Hi, my name's Tom. I was sent this VIANIS outdoor motion sensor light to go ahead and show you all the modes, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, I'm in my basement right now instead of being outside because it's kind of rainy and dark, and it's just not easy to demonstrate this, but I want to show it to you here. It's installed on a little temporary wall, and it looks and works really well. So, a couple quick things just about this. One, here's what the light looks like. It's a good sized light. The motion sensor itself is at the very top. That's kind of neat, and you notice it's blinking red right now. There's a couple different versions of how this works. I'll show you all those. It comes in different colors as well. The metal around it comes in different colors. It is open on the bottom, and the glass itself is kind of like that seated bubble glass. It just looks really neat. I'm not sure if you can actually see it in the camera, but oh, it's just beautiful. It kind of sparkles almost in spots. I just really like it. So it just looks like a great light. It will go well with a lot of different decors. You pick the color you like, you go with the seated bubble glass, it works great. You will need to add your own light bulb. I've chosen an Edison bulb just so it kind of shows off nice clear light. You can choose any kind of bulb you want in here. I use LED as well. If you're going to go ahead and use the motion sensor, you want to get a dimmable bulb, because one of the modes in the dimmable section actually allows it to go 30% or 100%. So you want to have a bulb that can actually handle that. You don't want to use bulbs that can't handle that, because that could actually mess up the electronics inside. Installation is really straightforward. It comes with all the brackets. It comes with a standard metal bracket. You just screw that in. The back of the thing has plenty of long cords, long wires for hooking it in. It comes with the little wire nuts. You just screw the clamp into the wall housing unit. You go ahead, you hook up all the wires, and then there's two little bolts, little extra bolts in the back to screw in, and it does give you some extra parts just in case you lose one of them. It also comes with a good instruction manual that shows you all the different modes. So like right now, again, it's blinking red. That's one of the modes. There's another mode that actually blinks in green. Let's talk about the modes. Right now, the light is at 30%. I'm trying not to move so I don't set it off. Remember, it's a motion sensor light. So the moment I move, boom, it bumps up to 100%, so it will go ahead and then shine the whole walkway as you're walking past your garage or through to a door or wherever you have this thing placed. Maybe you put it on your back porch, and every time you let the dog out on the back porch, the light comes on. And then after you stop moving for a little bit, it will actually go ahead and flip back down to 30%. Now, why 30%? Because that's bright enough that you can still see the area, but it's not bright enough that it's wasting extra power to make it really bright. It's just enough to kind of show you that there is a light there. And I'm going to go ahead and stand here, and there we go. My lips are moving, but nothing else is moving. It went right back down to 30%. Up, it picked up a little bit of movement, and it went back up. It is very sensitive, by the way. It does a good 25, 30 feet easily. I think it's rated for 40 feet from the sensor, and the sensor does kind of point downward. So when you put it up, 6, 7, 8 feet in the air on a wall or something, it does sense really well. I've been walking around my basement kind of testing it, and it really does work really well with a good distance. I'm actually kind of amazed at the distance. So let's talk about different modes. Again, this is the dim mode. It's red, so that means that at 30% when nothing's moving in front of it, and then 100% when something moves in front of it, and then after a couple seconds, it'll bump back down to 30%. You can change the mode with this little button up here. It's actually a little glowy button. I press it. I'm going to give it a sec. Now it's green. Okay, that's eco mode. What that does is when it's not motion, when there's no motion, it will turn completely off. And then when I move, it goes completely on. So I'm going to stand here for a moment and not move. There we go. And then I move and it goes back on. That's eco mode. So that will, again, 100% on or 0% off. The other dim mode, the red mode, is 30% on or 100% on, one way or the other. Now, the really cool thing about this is that it does only work when it is not too bright. So if you've got a sunlight outside, this thing won't be working. The motion sensor only starts working to turn the light on when it comes to dusk, and then when dawn comes back on, it will go ahead and turn itself back off. And that's really all there is to it. There is a special mode where if you flip your switch a couple times, it will turn on to 100% mode for like 8 hours straight, and then it will turn back to a motion sensor. So if you really want it to have 100% bright for a while, you can flip your switch really quickly, and it kind of puts it into a third mode of sorts. I personally, I'm probably going to keep it on the dim mode, where it's 30% most of the time, 100% with promotion, and then back down to 30%. So as you can see, it looks really cool. The little sensor tells you what mode it's in. The bubble lights are just beautiful. That glass is just beautiful. I love it. I love that it's open, so I don't have to worry about pulling dead bugs or anything out of there. Again, you will have to provide your own bulb. A dimmable bulb is best if you're going to use dimmable mode, but otherwise, this thing's really great. It was easy to install. It looks beautiful. And again, lots of different color options for it. I highly recommend this. This is great. If you need a light for your outside, this is the one to get.